Morning. Welcome to the vlog. It is bright and early on a Saturday morning. It's actually 6:54, so just very shortly before 7, obviously. Am I normally up this early on Saturday mornings? Not always, but we are today because we have stuff we have to get done. But first, we need coffee. We desperately need coffee on about 5 hours of sleep, because after we get caffeinated, it is time for the gym. And today is shoulder day, so we're gonna need this to get through. So that was a pretty good session, about an hour, which is what I try to do anyway. Surprised I was actually able to film as much as I was able to in there. Wasn't able to film most of my session since, of course, the dumbbell section of the gym is always crowded, except for near the very end. So at least I was able to get that in. Good news is that this is a college town. Most of the college students are now gone home for the summer, so the gym is rather sparse in comparison to what it usually is. So at least I don't feel so awkward trying to film in a gym when everyone's trying to do their workout. But now I'm at a farmer's market. I've got to get one thing that I always try to get every Saturday if I can. Then I gotta head home, try to get some sort of food in me real quick. And then I have a thing at 10. So let's see if we can try to make this happen. It's currently 9:18, so I gotta rush. Okay, so I am back in the house. I'm not too sure in the order I'm going to be showing this, but I definitely did not have time to get from the farmer's market back to the house, time to eat or anything, before I had to do a dance class. I am a metal and gothic fusion dancer, which has its foundations in forms of Western style belly dance, a little bit of Eastern, improvisational dance, and of course everything's tinged with metal and gothic and all the dark influence of like that. But one of my dance friends, Kat, was hosting a class that she needed to give as part of her certification, Fly Fusion. Fly Fusion has its basis in, at least a foundation in, some Western and Eastern style belly dance, jazz, hip hop, and a couple other things. So it's a fusion, which is Fly Fusion. It's all improvisational, so it's all done with hand cues. This is just my first class in it, but not just hand cues, but sometimes body cues and things like that. Anything that can be done with the body without verbalizing stuff. And that's how you know what move is coming up. So she needed to do one class so she could be certified as a teacher. At least part of her certification is being a teacher. So she offered that, and I was happy to do it. And it was different since I have never done that format before. I have done a couple other ones, but not that. So very much not my style, but it may be. I don't know. I might continue it. I'm seriously considering it. But let me show you what I got from the farmer's market. So, I like to get fresh flowers every Saturday if I can. And preferably I like getting them from the farmer's market because they come from the gardens and florists and everything of people who are local. And I like supporting local businesses if I can, if at any point I can. And I just like what they have at the farmer's market. Last time I went, it was tulips. First I got some lilies. These are lilies, not irises. These are the irises. So irises and lilies. I'm gonna put them in a vase. Because your girl likes fresh flowers in her kitchen at all times, if at all possible. Probably should have gotten a second bunch, but the last time I did that they expanded quite a bit, so doesn't look the best right now, but I know the lilies will focus. Yes, I know the lilies will eventually open up. So I will have beautiful white lilies. If they will focus, there we are. We'll have beautiful white lilies along with the purple irises. So that is the goal. It is 2 in the afternoon. My husband and I, we went to run some errands, stopped by Best Buy, ordered a card reader since this camera doesn't have a hard line. And yes, I can digitally transfer everything over via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and whatnot. I'm still very much in the old school hard line transfer of some sort of a card reader or a cable or whatnot. That's just my preference. Picked up a new George Foreman grill because I completely burnt on the I burnt on the sauce so bad, and I've had the last George Foreman we had for a few years, but I was scraping everything, including the Teflon, up on that one. So at that point, all right, time for a new one. And then we went and got Naf Naf, which is, I consider it the Middle Eastern version of Chipotle, where you can combine whatever you want into a bowl or into a plate to put on a pita. I did a bowl, so it's really good, really tasty. Shawarma, falafel, couscous, pickles, red cabbage, hummus, and a couple of other things. It's really, really good. Highly recommend if you have a nap by you. And a bowl and extra falafel for me is 2 or 3 meals. So I have leftovers. So the agenda for the rest of the, pretty much the rest of this entire day is to take down my computer and clean off my entire desk because I have a new computer that we now have to set up. We had to get it ordered because it was the only way we could actually get an upgrade with a graphics card because of the pandemic and supply chain issues. Graphics cards are ridiculously expensive right now. So that's where I'm at. So yeah, I have a new computer and yeah, it's gonna work great. It's just gonna be a mess of a day of getting everything set up because even though it came pre-built, we're probably gonna do some modifications to it and they have to transfer everything from my computer over to that computer and hard drives and everything else and whatnot and put my part of my hard drive into that. So it's an ordeal, but honestly I cannot wait until it's over and I have a computer that I can have updated software on, video editing, gaming. I haven't been able to touch Steam in a year because my old computer for some reason refused to use Steam. So I cannot wait. So that's gonna be a fun one. Hey, it's quite a few hours after I last spoke to you. Let's see, it is 11:42 p.m. It didn't take terribly long to finish the computer setup and transferring over of hard drive. We've got a couple of things that we're going to probably tweak, but we're probably not going to do that until a few weeks from now. Changing out some things, RAM, motherboard, a couple of other things possibly. We're waiting to make sure that everything works the way it should right now, and then we'll change that over. But in the meantime, I have a computer that I can play, which is fantastic. I actually spent about an hour and a half playing a video game with my husband, so I have been able to do that. And share the same experience video game wise with my husband in about a year and a half, 2 years. So that is fantastic. I have a list of games to play with him, which is great. So that's one more thing we can add for our weekends, for fun things to do. So it is late. I got less than 4 hours of sleep last night, so I'm probably going to be passing out in about an hour or two. So I will probably see you folks tomorrow. Good afternoon, not morning. Decided to sleep in today. It is 3:15 in the afternoon. Woke up around 1:30 and decided that today's gonna be a lazy day. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be lazy today. And just bum around, get some things done around the house, and call it good. Kind of what happens every single time I do a massive amount of things on a Saturday. Sunday, it's normally chill. So, I just got my hair washed, although the humidity's already gotten to it, so it is what it is. But, Starbucks in hand, and that's about it for today, probably. So, chill day. Why not? Let's just go with it. You don't have to always have something to do every single day. every single hour of every single day, even though I seem to think that's what's necessary. Not so, but it is what it is. I will say I am really loving the clean and slick look, though, of this desk. Normally I am cluttered all to hell, but I'd say that was a project well done yesterday. And also, this thing is just mesmerizing.